Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath Story Mode was jam-packed with Easter eggs, references, and loads of nice little things for Mortal Kombat fans to notice, and in this video we're going to talk all about the Easter eggs and references in Aftermath Story, and I will be doing so in chronological order. Again, thank you all so much for your tremendous support on my Aftermath videos. They have all been killer. Let's keep the momentum going by leaving a thumbs up on this video, as it really does help out the channel, and I would really appreciate it. So after Shang Tsung explains to Liu Kang and Raiden what they must do, which is to go back in time to retrieve Kronika's crown and bring it back so they can properly restart history through the hourglass, Liu Kang sends Shang Tsung, Nightwolf, and Fujin back in time to Kitana's battle with Shao Kahn. As they try to escape undetected, they are actually seen by Collector, and once they encounter each other, Collector opens up the cages that holds the beasts to go after them. One of the cool things about this little battle scene is the way Fujin and Shang Tsung end up killing the Outworld beast, because the way Fujin kills one of them, which is skinning it alive with his wind powers, is actually a throwback to his MK4 fatality, where he also skins you alive with his wind powers. So after the characters successfully escape the Colosseum, they go to Earthrealm to acquire the Jinsei at the Wuxi. Once they get there, when Nightwolf and Shang Tsung go to the Shaolin Trap dungeon, Shang Tsung triggers one of the traps before they proceed further, and once he does, we get to see that the crypt guy died from one of the traps. As you all know, this is the person that we play as in the Mortal Kombat 11 crypt. Since a lot of people saw this, a lot of people have wondered, does this make the crypt canon? And well, I actually do talk about that and answer that question in my latest Mortal Kombat lore Q&A video, which is an Aftermath edition, answering all questions surrounding Aftermath. So if you guys want to check out that video, you can go ahead and click on the YouTube cards. Shortly after this, Shang Tsung and Nightwolf encounter Geras and Frost as they are trying to take them back to Kronika, which leads to another fight scene. And during this scene, and this one is probably my favorite Easter egg of all from Aftermath, is the way the characters are trying to stop Geras is in the same spirit as the intro from Mortal Kombat Deception, when Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, and Raiden were trying to stop Onaga. Just look at the parallels here. As someone whose favorite game is Mortal Kombat Deception, this made me really happy, as it was such a cool thing to see. Of course, it is not a shot-for-shot parallel with Deception, but the writer of the story did go on Twitter and did say that yes, it was a reference to Deception. Any Deception love is welcome by me. So once they all defeat Geras, Shang Tsung opens a portal and sends Geras to Chaos Realm and mentions that Havoc will keep him entertained, which is of course referencing one of the most popular 3D era characters who is also from Deception, Havoc. I really hope that maybe, just maybe, Havoc will return and be a DLC character in MK11, because there's lots of Chaos Realm and Havoc references throughout the game, so I wonder if the time is coming for Havoc to come back. When the three get to the Netherrealm to bring Sindel with them, the way Revenant Nightwolf uses his lightning against Shang Tsung is also a parallel to the Deception intro, where Raiden does the same thing against Shang Tsung there. Now in MK11, it has a little bit more detail, as Shang Tsung looks to be almost burnt to a crisp, but to restore himself, he takes Revenant Nightwolf's soul, the same way Shang Tsung in Deception's intro took some of the souls from the Soulnado to restore himself there. Eventually, the characters do bring Sindel with them back to Outworld to restore her to life, and once the resurrection process begins, Shang Tsung of course says the iconic line, "It has begun," which I feel like we all knew was a reference to the same line in the Mortal Kombat movie. Also, during that scene, Shiva and Kotal Khan fight while the resurrection process is happening, and Kotal Khan tells Shiva to stand aside if she wishes to keep all 4 of her arms. And I saw this as a tiny little nod to the events that happened in the Mortal Kombat X comic, where Kotal Khan ripped all 4 of Goro's arms off. After Sindel is resurrected, they all go to Shang Tsung's island to retrieve the crown, and once they get there, right before Fujin and Shang Tsung retrieve the crown, Fujin asks Shang Tsung how long before you betray us, and then Shang Tsung responds by saying, "I find your lack of faith amusing." Now this is an obvious nod to a very iconic line from Star Wars, which comes from Darth Vader when he says, "I find your lack of faith disturbing."
I must ask, sorcerer, how long before you betray us?
I find your lack of faith amusing.
When it happens, we will be ready.
Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer's ways, Lord Vader. Your sad devotion to that ancient religion has not helped you conjure up the stolen data tapes, or given you clairvoyance enough to find the rebels' hidden fort.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Enough of this. Vader, release him.
As you wish.
So then after that, Fujin and Shang Tsung are encountered by Noob Saibot and Jax, and we do get a scene where Noob Saibot and Fujin fight, and Noob Saibot does talk about fighting Fujin at the Temple of Elements, which were events that happened in Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. It was great for them to sneak in a rematch between the two and mention mythologies while doing so. And while this is happening, Nightwolf and Sindel are in a battle with Cetrion, and when Cetrion holds down Nightwolf, Nightwolf is about to sacrifice himself again, as he did in MK9 to kill Sindel, and he even says the same thing he did in MK9 in MK11 against Cetrion.
Abide Kronika's will.
Tumkasila, Osisiano, Omakeayo.
Victory is mine, shaman.
Not if I take it from you. By the Elder Gods.
But this isn't the way the characters finish Cetrion off. The way they do this is, once again, in the same spirit as the Deception intro. Fujin lifts up Cetrion in the air, Shang Tsung forms a fiery snake and brings her down like that. The same way, Quan Chi lifted Raiden up in the air, and Shang Tsung formed a fiery snake and brought him down that way. You gotta love these Deception references, man. They were all just so good. We also do get another callback to the scene where Raiden is being tempted by Shinnok's amulet to take extreme measures to find out the truth. And this is a callback to Mortal Kombat vs. DC, where Raiden and Shang Tsung also fought and Liu Kang interferes by defending Shang Tsung.
Be rational, Raiden.
Spread your falsehoods elsewhere, sorcerer. You will not deceive us.
Lord Raiden, we should listen. He may be telling the truth.
There is only one way to find out. Now, Shang Tsung, the truth.
Raiden, stop this!
Step aside, Liu Kang.
Put down the amulet. Its darkness is taking hold of you.
You also betray me.
This is not the way. Shang Tsung is not the enemy this time.
Dark Khan is heading to that fortress. We should follow him.
An obvious course of action, but having been suggested by you, Shang Tsung, I must consider that you are leading us into a trap.
You have good reason to doubt me. Long have I fought against you, but this time I swear, we fight together.
No, you are in league with Dark Khan. You lured us to our doom. If we are to perish, then so shall you, sorcerer! This is the end, Shang Tsung! I will finish you!
Raiden, stop!
Shang Tsung is not the enemy this time!
Step aside, Liu Kang!
No! I will not let you kill him!
Then you have turned your back on Earthrealm, broken your vow, and betrayed me!
It is also a callback to MK9, where Liu Kang and Raiden fight, and instead of Liu Kang saying, "If you must die, so be it," it is Raiden saying that line to Fujin and Shang Tsung.
The realms hang in the balance, and you form this unholy alliance? Enough of this madness. If you both must die, so be it.
My brother is my problem. I will signal if I need help. Shinnok's amulet inflames your anger and clouds your judgments. Have faith in me.
Liu Kang, stop!
Liu Kang! Raiden! No! Enough of your madness! If you must die, so be it!
By the gods, no!
Later, when Shao Kahn and Sindel are raiding the Special Forces to keep them from getting to the final battle, they also fight Johnny Cage, Sonya, and Cassie Cage, where Johnny Cage says a line that is directly referencing a line from Batman 1989.
Those women are braver and stronger than 50 of you put together. Okay, bozos. No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat. You wanna get nuts? Oh, let's get nuts!
You know what happened to this guy, Jack? Well, made mistakes. And then he had us.
Lights out! Now you want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts.
And lastly, the actual true final battle of this story is between Liu Kang and Shang Tsung, the same way it started, with MK1. You could say this is a reference to the 1995 movie, but I see this as a callback to the roots of Mortal Kombat in general, so I'll still just mention it here. And as you may know, there are two endings you can choose depending on which side you take. If you choose Liu Kang's ending, he creates a new era where he gets to meet the Great Kung Lao, who of course is a very well-known character, a part of Mortal Kombat history, who we have never seen in a story mode, and now we do finally get to see him. If you choose Shang Tsung's ending, he becomes the lone Elder God and Titan, and has Raiden and Fujin as his perpetrators to conquer all the realms to be under Shang Tsung's influence. And in that ending, Raiden mentions that the Chaos Realm and Order Realm, or Sado, are the next ones that they will be conquering, which we all know. The Chaos Realm is where Havoc is from, and the Order Realm is where Hotaru is from. And all of that ends with Shang Tsung once again saying the iconic line, "It has begun," which is from, of course, the 1995 movie. I already made a full breakdown and explain video on both of the endings, so if you want to check that video out, go ahead and do so by clicking on the YouTube cards. But other than that, those are all the Easter eggs and references in Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite, and let me know if I missed any as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a big thumbs up and subscribe for all things Mortal Kombat. Anyways, I will see you all very soon.